The home of the Arch-Priestess of the Circle of the African Moon. Her name is Donna Darkwolf. And I'm here to witness a ritual honoring womanhood and honoring the phases of being a woman. I'm told that this is a very sensitive ritual, a very tender ritual, so this is really a privilege for me.
I heal thee, and I purify you. God and goddess, and I welcome you to the circle. And I purify you in the name of the God and the goddess.
I cast the circle in time without time, in a place that is not a place.
Guardians of the watchtowers of the East, great spirits of air, we humbly ask you to join us today and blow with your winds of change and breathe your airs of intellect into us. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. Great goddess, she who is manifested in many facets, as the maiden, the mother, the crone, the waning moon, the waxing moon, the full moon. I invoke and I beseech you to be in our circle, to bring in that mother energy as we honor women today in all stages of their life.
Blessed be thy feet that have brought thee in the sacred way. Blessed be thy knees that shall kneel at the sacred altar. Blessed be thy womb from whom we have come. Blessed be thy breasts that have been formed in beauty. Blessed be thy lips that shall speak the sacred names.
Please walk me through the ritual, like its significance, what was the purpose of the ritual, and what was the purpose of each step, and the symbolism as well, because there was very powerful symbolism.
The first step is what we call our purification, which is where we ready ourselves to spiritually enter the circle. And then you saw me anointing people with oil. That was to open up their third eye and to create a platform of receptivity for them to give of themselves and to receive. And then we do what we call a circle casting, where the circle is cast to contain any good energies. We don't want our good energies to leak out, as it were, and to ensure that nothing bad enters it. And it's to create a timeless space in which we can now say goodbye to the problems of the world and focus entirely on the divine task ahead. Mm-hmm. Then, in traditional Wicca, we call upon or invoke or ask or beseech the quarters, which is earth, air, fire, and water. You saw Gary do what is known as the fivefold kiss. Mm-hmm. It's very intimate and very tasteful, where he blesses my feet that have walked in the ways of the goddess, and he blesses my knees that have knelt at her altar, and he blesses the womb from which we have come, and he blesses my breasts, which are a thing of beauty to men, to heterosexual men in any event. And he blesses my lips, which shall speak her sacred name.
Please explain to me the significance of Wicca in South Africa at the moment.
I think Wicca represents an alternative for really spiritually seeking people. Some people are desperate spiritually. They don't have a home in the mainstream religions anymore. And certainly when we speak of Christianity, it is not a home for people that have independent spirits and individual spiritual quests.
Why do you say that?
Because it's about conversion, and it's about fear-based domination, and it's about rule, and it's about patriarchy, essentially. Mm-hmm. And Wicca's appeal to people is the balance between male and female, or essentially the going back to honoring the goddess within, and men finding a relationship with the mother goddess. And this has a tremendous appeal for people who are tired of a patriarchal god.
That's something that could make people very afraid, you know, because on the outside, I mean, especially when you come from a culture like Christianity or, you know, other monotheistic religions, you look at, well, I was raised, you know, to look at God as a man. So to suddenly see all this feminine symbolism and to hear people talking about God as a woman, it's a radical shift. Absolutely. You know.
Both male and female in the Wiccan religion reside as equal consorts. They have equal power. They are equally necessary to the other. The one cannot function without the...
The dish is for her man. So There's like feelings of love and all kinds of things that are going to be infused into this dish, and I get a chance to understand what spells and magic and all of that is about.
Basically, I'm going to be making a meal for my lover. This is a love spell, I suppose one could say.
A love spell.
This is a love spell.
But now, okay, when you start talking spells and magic and stuff, I mean, that's the language of witchery that gets people scared. Like, what is a spell? What is magic? Can you break that down for me?
Well, for me, a spell is prayer on steroids. I'm going to be praying over my meal today because everything that I do, I am making a meal for my lover and for myself with intent, with a magical intent. The intent is that a certain outcome is to be reached, and the outcome is that after a while away, he's been in Johannesburg for a while, he's going to come home to a home-cooked meal which he really needs and loves, and I'm going to be the one, his lover's the one that's made it. It's a simple meal. It doesn't have to be very, very complex, but the love and the passion that has been put into this meal is what he will experience, and it will be manifest. And the things in the kitchen that these are valid things right now. The red roses. Roses are, a symbol of love. The red candle that's burning. The purple candle burns just because it goes with my decor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just the standard candle in the kitchen and the table area. But the red candle is burning because, you know, red is a color of passion and lust and so on. Each herb and each food item is masculine or feminine. You know, we've been talking about the divine dance between masculine and feminine. Even in your kitchen, the kitchen is a male and female, a dance of balance and polarity. I'll explain to you. A simple stove is a sign of the masculine because it exudes warmth and light, just like the sun. And the sun we see as masculine.
Okay.
Bowls, all sorts of bowls, are receptacles.
Like a cauldron.
Anything. Cauldron, cups, bowls, plates are receptive. They are receptive to receiving foodstuffs. These are feminine. They're cool. So here we have a few ingredients. So simple. Garlic and onions are masculine foodstuffs, and they are, quite frankly, to do with lust.
You're going to use a lot.
I'm going to be using quite a few of these things with my intent is to infuse, is to take out and to ingest the lust aspect, and of course for the lover to ingest that as well.
So now, if you didn't do this consciously, if you were just cooking, like, I mean, I use garlic and onions all the time. Everybody uses garlic and onions all the time. If you're not thinking, you know what, I want to make my man feel excited, does that energy still go into the food? Does it still go into him? No.
No, because this is what you're doing magically, is you are consciously shifting the parameters here. So that when I partake of this food with the person in question, I will already be eating it with that consciousness about it.
Do you tell your lover that, you know what, I'm making a dish to bring us closer together tonight? Is that a part of the bargain, or?
That's a very, very interesting thing that you bring up, and I'll tell you why. Because what you're bringing up is the question of ethics.
Right.
Is it ethical for you to make a dish that you intend to have certain outcomes with?
Yeah.
When, in fact, it may not be that person's will. Wiccans are bound by one rule only, and it goes as follows: and at harm none, do as he will.
So if it doesn't hurt somebody else?
You can do it, and yourself, and it includes yourself.
So now you put rosemary, is that rosemary?
Yes, I'm
rosemary
going to
sage.
put quite a lot of rosemary and sage, because rosemary is lust as well.
Ow!
Sage.
A whole lot of lust in that part.
Sage is for wishes and for success as well. Okay, so my wish is that this dish is successful. I want some more garlic. I do want some more garlic in this dish.
When a meal is cooked with love, like when I've been on the road for a very long time and I've been eating at like Steers and McDonald's.
All you want is a home-cooked meal.
All you want is food that's made with love, you know? And you feel it. You feel it in the food.
You do feel it.
It was nice to see practical magic in action. I didn't realize that there's like that much magic